Report casts doubt on Internet zero emissions pledges via big international companies. London corporate plans to slash greenhouse gas emissions fall quick of what is wanted to fight climate alternate, with important credibility gaps, observed most of the international's biggest groups, in keeping with a brand new stocktake of net zero efforts inside the public and personal sector. Roughly one-half of the Forbes 2000 largest agencies have not begun to announce plans to reach net zero, the point at which greenhouse fuel emissions are negated by way of deep cuts in output as well as methods to absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide. Of the 702 businesses with a net zero goal, 2/3 have not made it clean how they plan to achieve that intention, Net Zero Tracker located in their annual record. Net Zero Tracker, run in Element via the UK-based Energy and Climate Intelligence Unit (ECIU) and the University of Oxford, assesses publicly available data for approximately 200 nations as well as massive publicly traded groups, along with those in fossil fuels. We see quite a few problems with credibility, and the nice and robustness of these objectives, said report co-author Frederick Hans, a climate policy analyst at New Climate Institute, a German suppose tank. Many corporations with net zero goals have set no interim emissions goals for earlier than 2050, which the record stated became unacceptably low if the arena is to have emissions within the subsequent 8 years, as scientists say is wanted. Carbon offsetting, or buying credit for emissions reduced somewhere else, also featured prominently amongst corporate strategies. Nearly 40% of the Forbes 2000 organizations with a net zero target plan to apply offsets, in spite of issues about the dearth of law. Governments will need to impose criminal standards and rules to make certain net zero progress, stated co-author John Lang of the ECIU. At the moment, agencies are burdened approximately what's needed from them. They don't recognize what information has to be disclosed, he said. At its climate summit in Glasgow closing year, the United Nations mounted an professional institution to provide net zero requirements for the personal area and examine commitments. The European Union is also in the midst of drafting net zero reporting standards, to be followed in November. The modern draft textual content bars businesses from counting carbon offsets towards net zero. We have to have obligatory, top-down regulations to manual them, Lang said. However, he doubted the issue could be resolved before the following UN Weather Summit, COP27, in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, this November. It likely can't be fixed before COP28 in 2023, he stated.